Good evening. Our Service Learning Government project was to implement CPR training into Frederick County high schools. Hi, my name is Allie Oliver.
My name is Billy Chea.
And I'm Matt Vitagliano.
We have been working with the Frederick County Fire and Rescue Department. They take care of different emergencies such as medical, fire, hazmat, and environmental emergencies. They train volunteer and career staff at their fire and EMS academies. They also teach the public about life safety and medical emergencies.
The main objective of our project is to get CPR, AED, and first aid training into the high schools, mainly to be taught to the students. This is required by House Bill 2028, also known as Gwyneth's Law. It states that incoming freshmen must receive training in order to graduate, and this will start fall of 2016.
CPR stands for cardiopulmonary resuscitation, which is a life-saving technique used in many cardiac emergencies. An AED is an automated external defibrillator, which is a portable device used to restore the rhythm of the heart by electric shock.
The following video is about Gwyneth Griffin, a rising 8th grade student who attended A.G. Wright Middle School. Her tragic story is what influenced House Bill 2028.
Gwyneth Griffin loved to dance. Her parents, Joel and Jennifer, even display her shoes and medals in their living room. But on June 8th, Gwyneth, born with a congenital heart defect, collapsed on the school track.
The time from when she collapsed until the time when someone could get there, with that someone being my husband Joel, to deliver CPR, she had suffered an anoxic brain injury.
7 weeks later, Gwyneth died. Today, the Griffins are on a life-saving mission. They're behind Gwyneth's Law, a bill that, if signed by Governor Bob McDonnell, would require all of Virginia's teachers, bus drivers, and school staff to become CPR certified. It would eventually require the roughly 375,000 high schoolers to be trained too.
Did you know that 383,000 cardiac arrests occur out of the hospital annually? And 70% of Americans feel helpless during a cardiac emergency due to a lack of training.
4 out of 5 cardiac emergencies happen in a person's household. CPR given right after a cardiac arrest can double or triple a person's survival rate.
The survival rate of cardiac arrest victims outside the hospital is less than 8%, and CPR is only administered by a bystander 32% of the time. Our goal is to increase the percentage of CPR that could be performed by bystanders because we feel that could ultimately increase the survival rate of cardiac arrest victims.
Some steps we took with our project: first, we received basic hands-only CPR training. Then we reviewed House Bill 2028 and reviewed future SOL requirements for Virginia. We contacted a representative from the American Heart Association and the Emergency Care and Safety Institute regarding their programs. We reached out to other jurisdictions in Virginia, such as Stafford, Loudoun, and Fairfax counties, regarding how they ran their program classes.
We contacted the head of the Health and PE Department of Frederick County and found that there were previously used mannequins in each of the high schools. Some are currently in usable condition, while others can be easily retrofitted. We then sent out a survey to Frederick County teachers and found that most of them prefer a hands-on training approach to CPR instead of an online course. Then we looked at 2 different hands-on training courses, including the American Heart Association Friends and Family Program and the Emergency Care and Safety Institute Standard First Aid, CPR, and AED course. Then we gathered the costs of needed materials for each course and estimated an annual budget. After comparing the costs and efficiency of each program, we decided to go with the ECSI course.
The ECSI representative that we contacted had great package deals for schools. The projected cost to purchase the teaching materials and a class set of textbooks for a class of 30 students is $2,330. These materials will remain in use until the course regulations change. The American Heart Association program that we explored doesn't have a textbook. Instead, they have small booklets that will need to be replaced every year. The mandatory teacher-to-student ratio of 1:8 for American Heart Association is nearly impossible for a high school setting. We found that Loudoun, Fairfax, and Stafford counties are all currently using the ECSI program and are satisfied with it. Also, the length of the ECSI course is shorter to better help teachers fit it into their Health 2 curriculums. Our estimated startup budget for ECSI is $5,833, and the estimated first-year budget for American Heart Association is $4,848, with a recurring cost of $150 each year.
Replacement lungs, manuals, and retrofit kits will be recurring costs over the years as needed.
If our project is approved, training will be given to Health 2 teachers before the start of the new school year. Students will be trained during their Health 2 classes, and training will take approximately 2 to 3 class periods. And if students would like an official certification card, they can purchase one for a small fee of $2.04.
Through this project, we hope to affect the community by increasing the amount of CPR and AED training, which would hopefully overall increase the survival rate of cardiac arrest victims. We feel the best way to achieve this goal is to implement the ECSI program throughout schools in Frederick County. If more high school students and teachers receive just a few hours of training, then more lives could be saved and there could be less devastating stories like Gwyneth Griffin's. Are there any questions?
We would like to give a special thanks to Chief Linneberg, Ms. Neal, Lieutenant Kelly Whitaker, Mr. Carr, Ms. Wolliver, and Ms. Kim Campbell. We would also like Chief Linneberg, Lieutenant Kelly Whitaker, and Ms. Neal to join us for a token of appreciation.